Alright, Shalom Akim. Shalom Yahawah. First off, I want to give all praises to
Yahawah, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakudash.
Give me double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well.
Yep, and letting you Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians know who you are biblically. That's why we have the 12 tribes sign out, so you can identify yourself on here, so you come back to your true nationality. You know what I'm saying? So that's also our job when we come out to the highways and the byways, to let our people know who you are. You know, you're not no Negro, you're not no Mexican, Hispanic, you know, you're not none of those words. You know what I'm saying? That's what the so-called white man gave us. So, you know, we're here to let y'all know who y'all are too. Prophesy the downfall of America. You know, according to the scriptures, biblically known as Babylon, or Sodom and Gomorrah, or Sodom and Egypt. You know, so we're here to break down all those things too. The Most High permits it. Go ahead. I just wanted to say that way, you know what I'm saying? That way they know about the sign, about who we're speaking to. You know what I'm saying? If you ever get like new viewers or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Really, I just wanted to touch base on peace.
Start off with Revelations 13. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and speak about, you know, the prophecy of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, okay, the radio frequency identification chip, which is, it's already here, and they already have it created, you know what I'm saying? People are already willingly getting it injected by themselves or by somebody else, a tattoo parlor, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So this RFID chip, as I said, it's already here, and you got certain jobs, certain companies that are having their employees be injected with this thing. You know, to gain access into buildings, you know, it has their information. You know, all up in that one little device. Okay, so like the brother wants to go in, we're going to go into that. Bring out Revelations chapter 13 and 11.
This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
And that's America in its system, because that first dragon, instead of another dragon, another beast came out. Who was the first beast? The Roman Empire. Okay, that red beast with the 7 heads. Okay, this is the system that America pushes out, man. Its whole vibration that it pushes out. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and he exercised all the powers of the first beast before him.
He exercised all the power of the first beast, which is what? Rome, the Roman Empire, because America is the rebirth of Rome. Alright? The word Renaissance means rebirth. Okay, going back into I believe it was the 13 to 1400s is when the so-called white man came back into his rulership, into his power. Alright? Under who? The Great Britain. The British. Go ahead.
And caused the earth and them which dwell therein, to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
And that's what Esau's blessing was a sword, man. Okay? So he has perfected his blessing. That's why he has the ability to cause fire to rain down from heaven, man. By way of what? Fire, which is known as the ICBM missiles, or just missiles in general. You know, he has these helicopters, these jets that can shoot, you know, some what do you call it? Some, like the deadly artillery, man, with those types of bullets that they got up there. You know, they can split a car in half, man. You know, so that's what. Read that part again.
Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Yeah, and then everybody, that's why everybody's so proud here in America. You know, everybody loves America. You know, they don't think America can be destroyed, man. Nobody can see the so-called white man, you know, out of that power seat, man. They think he's gonna be there forever. So what is Jake doing? He's getting comfortable. He's basically saying, "Fuck it, this is what it is. So I'm just gonna live my life. This is how I'm gonna live my life. This is all I got." You can't have that kind of attitude. That's you not having faith, man. So that's gonna lead you to taking the mark of the beast. Because you're gonna say, "Fuck it, everybody else is doing, so I guess I'll do it." That's why you've seen a lot of Jakes looking like stupid asses on the social media, man. A lot of them have a spirit of an Edomite, man. They act like they're worse than the so-called white man. They act, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying to be like their oppressor. Corny as fuck, silly. But because you have that type of mentality, you're gonna take the RFID chip, man. You know? Because you thought America was great. Trying to make America great again, like stupid ass Kanye West. He's nothing but a fucking nutcase, man. And you Negro Latinos and Native American Indians think he's cool. Y'all look up to them stupid ass rappers. A lot of these musicians are gay, man, homosexuals, man.
That's right.
Doing drugs. Those are gonna be the same people that are gonna tell you to get the chip, man. We're preaching the word of the Most High. Yeah, we're prophesying. All right. Yeah, I'm letting you know. Yeah. This sign right here is for the 12 tribe sign for our people. Let them know who they are. But yeah, man, the same people y'all look up to are gonna be the same people who are gonna get you to take the mark of the beast, man. And they ain't gonna be there to save you. So-called white man ain't gonna be there to save you. You know? You actually think America has the power, or you people have the power in y'all's hands to make America great again, man. This place is done. It's nothing but a damn wilderness out here, man. Ain't nothing beautiful about this place. People in other countries, people here in America are saying America's like a third world country already. It's already ran out, man. It's like you get a girlfriend, she looks good, you start dealing with her, and she gets old, and she starts looking worn out, you know, worn down. She ain't taking care of herself, she ain't eating right. That's how America is. And what do you want to do? You want to leave her? That's what these elites are gonna do, man. They're gonna bounce out this motherfucker. You already got a lot of these actors and shit, they live over there in Europe, man. You got a lot of rich people that are from America, they live over there in Europe, man. They're like, to hell with America. We're better off over here in Europe, man. You know what I'm saying? Because America's through. They know that. The elites know it. They're just waiting for a right time for it. Really, it's the Most High. When the Most High puts it in their minds for it to go down, and that's when it's going to happen. You know? They don't got the Georgia Guidestones set up for nothing, man. That's all. They're showing you that they're ready to kill a lot of people on this earth, man. Not knowing that Russia, all these other nations are going to shoot missiles on this place, man. Because it tells you that in Job chapter 20. Matter of fact, hold that, get Job chapter 20. Because it's going to go into that, man. Because he's going to think he's going to fulfill his purpose of getting everybody chipped and bringing them down with him. But the Most High is going to stop that shit, man. Start at Job 20 and 14.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 14. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is a gall of asps within him. He hath swallowed down riches. He shall vomit them up again. A power shall cast him out of his belly.
Read that part again.
He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. A power shall cast him out of his belly.
Our power shall cast him out of his belly. What are those riches, man? The earth, everything that he's taken, he's stolen. He's gonna have to give it back over, man. He's gonna have to give it up. His seat, his power seat, man. He swallowed down all this stuff. He's consumed everything. That was his blessing to have the fatness of the earth. This is that beast, the reincarnation, Rome all over again, man. With the Caesars, they're all back. Donald Trump has to be one of those men, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 16. He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down.
Yes, he's gonna have to give everything up, man. He's not gonna be able to swallow it down to where he's gonna be satisfied. That's going into his agenda, you know, his purpose of getting everybody chipped. The Most High is gonna come and intervene at a time and say, no, this is enough. And the elect are not gonna take that chip, man. In the twinkling of an eye, the Most High is gonna redeem us, man. Catch us up in a chariot. Simultaneously, this place is gonna be getting annihilated, man. So Esau is gonna have to regurgitate everything. His purpose, his counsel is gonna be put to a stop, man. Go ahead.
According to his substance shall the restitution be. He shall not rejoice therein.
According to his according to what again?
His substance.
According to his substance, the what?
Shall the restitution be.
Shall the restitution be? He's got to restore it, man. You know, scriptures say, give unto her double. It's gonna be by blood, man, that the Most High is gonna require this thing. It's like with us. Like we're cattle to Esau. Now that they're in a $1 trillion debt, you know, there's no gold or silver to give them. So what do they want in return? They want your souls, man. They want you. That's why they're killing people out on the street. They don't give a fuck, man, because they know they own you, man. They can do whatever they want with you. They feed you whatever they want, whatever kind of water they want to give you.
Right.
They do whatever they want to whatever, and you just have to sit there. That's why the Most High set up certain men like us to speak against those things, man. To show you that you have the ability to speak up against this devil, this wicked kingdom. Go ahead.
According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein.
He's not going to rejoice therein.
Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he built not.
Yeah, he took America, so-called America, where the northern kingdom was dwelling, man. Which is the Latin tribes that we call them today. The Latin tribes, Ephraim all the way down to Issachar. He took that, man. He took those people's house, man. He stole it. This place will not be great. Okay? The glory days of America are up, man.
Right. And also, it wouldn't make sense if Esau was only talking about, or Israel was only Negroes, man. Because if that was true, then only Amalek would suffer, you know. But it's talking about the whole house of Esau, which part of it came over here to take over our people.
Let me get this one real quick. This is in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." So the Most High is breaking down America, man. The glory times of America are over. You see? It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Because everything's being exposed, man. All the wickedness that you've done. You know? Read that one in Job again, that last verse you were at.
This is Job 20, and when we start at 19? Verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not.
He had violently taken a house, right, that he builded not, man. That's talking about the land of America, where people had their dwelling place set here, man. The scriptures say, remove not the ancient landmarks. And that's what he did. He oppressed the people, killed them, raped and robbed them. All right? So the Most High is going to put shame upon his so-called glory, man. Which is what? His beloved America. Right? They put on the dollar bill, God bless America, right? Or what does it say? In God we trust. Right? But it ain't the God of the Bible, man. It says again, Habakkuk 2 and 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also. That cup's going to be transferred unto you, man. Get Lamentations chapter 4. Lamentations chapter 4. Right after Jeremiah. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Alright, so now you're going to have to drink from that cup. Because the punishment of Israel is up, man. Alright? They paid what was due to the Most High. Alright? Got it? Go ahead.
This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
Right, so the scriptures say, rejoice and be glad, O Edom. So that short period of time, that was your glory day. Now the Most High is spewing shame upon you, man. Lifting up the skirt, uncovering the foreskin. You're being exposed. That's what it means. All the filth and dirt is being brought back out, and now you're being judged because of it. So it's telling you, rejoice for a moment. Like it says in Job, the triumphing of the wicked is short. You know? Okay.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
See, the cup also shall pass unto thee. The cup of what? The indignation of the Most High. What is the word indignation? Righteous judgment. Because Israel had to drink from that cup. Now it's your turn to drink from it. Go ahead.
Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked.
And thou shalt make thyself naked. Meaning that you're exposing yourself. You know? Through your own children. Go ahead.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
So our punishment was accomplished, man. It tells you that in Isaiah 47, but you went overboard. You continued to afflict the house of Israel.
You will no more carry thee away into captivity, He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Right. So America's not great no more, man. Esau, the so-called white man, is the one that rules America, that rules the whole earth, man, along with the other nations. But Esau being the main head, he's the head, that snake, the head of the snake. All right. Yeah, that's the part that has to be cut off. Then the rest of the body will die. Esau is the head of the wicked. It tells you that in the scriptures. Okay? And he's the one that's going to cause y'all to take that ultimate pledge of allegiance towards him is by way of that chip, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's going to happen. Okay? Where are you at, Joe?
I was going to bring out Job 20 and 4. You brought it out.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not of this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
All right, the joy of the hypocrite for a moment, the triumphing of the wicked is short, man. That's why I said, rejoice and be glad, O Edom. You know, because Esau received his blessing. That was the fatness of the earth, and now he was going to live by the sword, man. And that's what he's doing. For anybody to say that that's not the so-called white man, trying to say that those are the Arabs ain't ruling shit. They ain't governing nothing. They ain't calling no shots. They may call the shots over there in their country, but they're not calling shots all over the earth, man. America does it. All right, that's why it's known as Great Babylon, man. And it's also spiritually known as Rome, man, because Rome, before it was Rome, was the Greeks, and Alexander the Greek went through all the old ancient world and Hellenized all the people over there, man. He went as far as India, in lands that no man has ever been, no other king. And he was Hellenizing all these different tribes, man. And it tells you that in 1 Maccabees, that wickedness through those 4 generals that his kingdom was divided unto, wickedness increased through those 4 men, man. No? America's not going to be great again, man. They're going to push that chip. They're going to cause, as we're going to read, you people to receive the chip, man. I believe over there in, where is it? Is it either Sweden? Right. And then there's a company there that has a lot of the people, that all the employees there are chipped. And if I'm not mistaken, also that whole country, or whatever the hell it is, a lot of people are chipped there. You know? And you got this kid Boo, this fucking bug out. He might be an Edomite, looks like a fucking faggot, but he got chipped too. And now he's showing all these younger kids, man, trying to say that shit's cool. Getting tattoos. Like they got all these bug outs, man. Willingly doing it. You know? So it's coming, man.
It's already here, man.
Yeah, it's already here.
You go to your bank, you know, to deposit some money. Or you go to a grocery store to buy something, and the first thing you're gonna see is that little sign right there. If it has a chip, you know, put it through the bottom, or just scan it over. You know that chip has been set up, man.
It gets to a point where you can't even, if that card reader, because that card reader has the ability to tell if your card has that ability. So if it has that chip on your card, you can't just go and swipe it. It will deny it. You have to use the actual. You have to insert your card in order to make a transaction. That's why they call like smartphones. All that shit is smart. They know what's going on when you swipe. When you put it, you try to be slick. Now it's gonna swipe. No, you got that chip in there. It wants that chip. And also, you don't even look at the person, the cashier anymore, man. It's always, you're looking down. Just like on the phone, you're always looking down. You're looking down at your phone. You're looking down when you make a transaction. You don't ever have that eye contact with another human being anymore, man. Because they're already getting you, they're trying to dumb you down and taking that RFID chip, man. That's what America's coming to, man. Huh? Nah, we're good, man. Yeah, we're good. Alright. But yeah, like I was saying, huh? Yeah, we're preaching. We're speaking to these people. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. But like I said, we're speaking to these people on this side. The 12 tribes of Israel. Have you heard of them? Have you heard of the sons of Jacob? Yeah. Well, that's who we're speaking to.
That's
because, right. You can go on the internet and put in 12 tribes of Israel. You're right. But as I was saying, you know, go ahead and bring that one out, and Job. We'll finish that one in Job 20.
Job chapter 20, verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired.
Read it again from the top, slow.
Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Right. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, man. What's his belly? What's that belly referring to? His mind. He's going to be afraid, man. The scripture says he's going to be hunger bitten. All right. He's going to be in straits. Because why? He's about to be destroyed, man. He's going to be utterly cast out. When all this shit, it's just like with Pharaoh. When all those plagues were coming, and Moses kept telling him what the Most High said, let my people go. And he kept hardening his heart, and it just plague after plague started coming. The bad guys, the Chaldeans didn't have the ability to duplicate what Moses was doing anymore. They didn't have an explanation. So they were all being afflicted with boils. You know, all the flies came through, all the frogs. And then what do those frogs do? They died, and the blood was being turned to, the water was being turned to blood. The fish were dying in the water. They stunk out there, man. You know?
Yeah, that's why Isaiah 47 says, let your prognosticators, let your, all your people, let them do what they got to do and see if they're going to stop Yahawah Shem Yahshua.
Yeah, that's true. They're going to try to use their sorcery, their witchcraft. You know? That's what Pharaoh did in that time, man. Using his witchcraft and these men with strange and dark arts. But it came to a point where they could not duplicate the miracle that Yahawah Shem Yahshua was performing that time, man. You know? But it was already too late. They could have saved all their lives, all those people's lives. All he had to do was just let those people go, man. But he did it. You know? So he's not going to feel quietness in his belly, man. He's going to be in a pitiful place. He's going to be in great fear, man.
Job chapter 20, verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desires.
He shall not save that which he desires. Everything's going to be stripped away from him. When he thinks that he's going to perform his new world order, all right, all that, the Most High is going to come and cut it short, man. The days of Esau are numbered, man. You cannot pass that barrier. You cannot pass that, man. Because the Most High is going to come and stop it.
There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods.
Yeah, it's like the scriptures say that we ain't going to come over here to this part of the world to get a stone out of it, man, a cornerstone. We ain't going to be over here trying to get any kind of trees like of old time. Because this place is defiled. It's going to be destroyed by way of fire, man. This place is going to be the hold of every foul spirit. every hateful bird, man.
In the fullness of his sufficiency,
Right? In the fullness of his sufficiency,
he shall be in straits.
he shall be in straits, man. Go ahead.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna destroy America, man. All those other nations that he thought that were confederate with him, man. They're gonna turn their back. They're gonna hate the whore. Because they're gonna find out that all that shit that he was doing was nothing but a scheme, man. It was a trick. You got all these people taking the chip, and they felt they didn't want to listen to the prophets of the Lord on the highways and the byways, so they all got chipped. And then something's gonna click in their mind and know that that was the mark of the beast, and now they're getting all fucked up, man. Now they're dying.
Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly,
This is where it's at.
our power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
See? So the Most High is going to cut it short. He's going to intervene, right? When he thinks he's going to get that last bite. You know? He got that last piece of meat and rubbed it all that blood on that plate. Got all the seasoning, all that blood. You want to take that last bite. But the Most High is going to stop that shit. He thought he was going to eat the full meal. But the Most High was like, no. You're going to have to regurgitate all this shit up. Read it one more time.
Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, our power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
See? Right when he thinks he's gonna get away with getting everybody chipped, putting the men on the highways and the byways to death, the Most High is gonna destroy his ass, man. Go ahead.
And he shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yeah. He's gonna rain it upon his head while he's eating. Right now, Esau's eating. Isn't that what Jake says? Come out here to eat. It's time to eat. What does it mean? What do they mean when they say that? Get this money. There's money out here to be made so you can eat. Esau's eating, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. What do you think the wicked doing if the earth is given us? They're eating, man. They're rich. They're wealthy people, man. They ain't hurting. They ain't suffering. Like you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are. Y'all are the ones looking towards the government for assistance, man. Now look what Donald Trump did. Now he got the government, the shutdown going on. Where a lot of you, really, it's you single women that are the ones that depend on that assistance. All right? Because you're single, you want to be a slut and a whore. Right? You want to treat the dude that's with you like shit. You know? Because you're all lustful, you want to be with other men, be a little whore. You know? So y'all gonna be running, y'all gonna be crying to y'all's daddy Esau, man. And then there's gonna be brothers out there, they ain't gonna want none of you fucking sluts, man, like that. I know I wouldn't. You know?
And there's some the nigga Jake, woman Jake, that comes from Africa. She ain't no different. She's the same way, man.
Oh yeah.
Like that lady, that woman that we know at work. She just told me today that she was like, hey, so I want to ask, is this a sin or not? And she goes, I have a boyfriend. She was like, I have a boyfriend. And we lay with each other. And I was like, that's your boyfriend, that's your husband. And she, no, that's not my husband, that's not my husband. So I showed her, yeah, that's your husband. And then she got scared, and what'd she do? She texted him on the spot, and she was like, it's done, it's over. She don't want to be tied down. She said she want to be free. But that's how Jake is, man. The woman Jake, she thinks she wants to be free from the man Jake, from the man of the Lord.
Yeah, the Israelite women, they're whores, man. They're fucked up. This is Sirach 26 and 7. It says an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that has hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. So that's how these women are, man. It's like you holding the scorpion, it's just trying to hold her down, trying to show this bitch that you love her, and the whole time she's trying to tear your eyes out, man. Scratching the fuck out of you with their nails, biting you, punching you in the face, calling the cops on you, getting you charged with domestic violence, whether falsely accusing you of hitting her. You know? That's how these women are, man. They're nothing but sluts. And what is the word slut? Before somebody walks by and they get offended by it, the word slut means to be dirty. They don't like to fucking clean. You know? That's what the word slut is. But when you use it in the sense that I'm using it is because she sleeps around with different dudes, that makes her dirty, man. Unclean. You know? The scripture used the word whore in here, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, these women are like that. Y'all are the main ones that are gonna really suffer, man. And us brothers, we're gonna take joy in that shit. Because all these years, since we're young, you know, in our teenage years, all the way up to right now, you bitches are still the same, man. Your kids having kids, your kids grow up to be teenagers, getting on the same shit you were on Snaps, Section 8, treating the guys, their boyfriend like shit, their husband, whatever you want to call it, like shit. You have a baby and you act like you're on some woman shit. You can't even fucking get a job and take care of your own shit. You have to depend on the government. You know? Well, like I said, Trump got that shit on lock. What are you gonna do? Y'all gonna run to y'all's daddy Esau. That's why Isaiah 30 is there. Y'all go to Egypt. Y'all go to Egypt for help. You know, you didn't ask the Most High. You had sin to sin. That's what y'all are doing, man. Y'all are fulfilling that prophecy. Because when the shit really hits the fan, that's what a lot of y'all gonna be doing. Y'all gonna be running to y'all's daddy Esau, man. And y'all gonna die along with him. Y'all think y'all gonna eat? Hell yeah, I'm about to get back on food stamps. I'm gonna get me an apartment again. I've been with my mom for a year. Whatever the case may be, whatever the outcome of this is, you know what I'm saying? That's how their attitude will be. Because your daddy Esau gives you back what you had before. You never return to your heavenly Father. You never acknowledge your offense. That's why you're gonna be in that situation of taking that chip, man. Because you didn't have faith. You weren't obedient. You didn't listen to the men of the Lord. You didn't listen to your husband, man. That goes to you men too. You men that are under your woman's ass, man. You know, getting dragged by your woman because she has a problem that you're out here on the highways and the byways, man. I was watching the brother of war from the Mississippi camp, the head. He made a video about brothers making excuses about why they can't go out to the highways and the byways. He brought up he told the audience of an account of a listener that would go up to their camp, and how the wife would drive up to where he's at, and she'll walk up there and grab him and take him away like if he was a little boy, and drive off in the car with him. You know? So it goes to y'all too, man, because you men have the ability to be men. You can get a job, you can provide, you can tell these bitches to shut the fuck up. And if they want to be like that scorpion that I just read in here, then let that bitch go. You ain't hold the scorpion all. You keep holding that scorpion, you're gonna get a cramp in your fucking fingers and you're gonna fuck around and drop it. It's gonna sting you, man. Better just to throw it away. Get rid of it. That's how it is with these women, man. Read it again. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. A drunken woman and a gadder abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. Just like the brother brought up that woman at our job, man. She's just like a straight up a nigga woman, man. It's like she's still a teen. She's like what? Almost my age, 40 something. Like she's like 40 years old. She still acts like she's a fucking teenager, man. She's probably had like fucking 100 dicks in her, and she still wants more. Goddamn. Settle your ass down. You No, the scriptures tell a woman how to conduct herself, man. To be quiet, to be with one husband, chaste, of a godly conversation. Bitches out here, they don't got a godly conduct. Why? Because Esau gives you that license to sin, man. Commit adultery. Put your husband or your baby's dad's, on child support. Then in the meanwhile, I'll give you snaps. I'll give you, and that's the actual term amongst the Judah, man. Snaps, But then Esau turns around and says he's gonna give you the snaps. He's gonna give you the fucking food stamps. Provide you, feed your kids. That's your daddy, man. And he's gonna cause you to get the chip. Go ahead.
Adding on to that, Revelations, the scriptures tell you, man, let no man take thy crown. And that doesn't just mean a literal man. Who does Satan work through? Who has he worked through? How did Adam fall? Through a woman. So don't let that woman just, take control of what she's doing. The same thing when I went to the Dallas camp, the brothers were talking, and you would see, Jake, he would stop by and he would want to listen, and that woman that he was with would just yank the shit out of their arm and they would keep walking. They're following their women. It's not. It should be the other way around.
You should be able to be like, if my chick did that shit, I'll fucking be like, bitch, you better let me go. Don't ever do that shit to me. She'll leave pissed off. She'll fucking whatever. But when we get home, we'll deal with it. But don't ever do that shit when I'm dealing with somebody or I'm talking on the phone, whatever. Don't ever do that shit. But you got guys out there that don't know how to do that shit because they're scared. And that's how it is gonna be in the time of what's going on right now. You gotta gird up your loins, man. Because if not, if you don't have your shit tight, you're gonna take that chip, and that's what all those brothers are telling each other. Is that we gotta be tight, knitly, joined together, man. In the spirit of Yahawah Shah. Because these women, they're gonna, and men, whatever that depend on this assistance, they're gonna fold, man. They're gonna hurt. Because they didn't utilize what the Most High gave them to work. To go out there and get a decent job, man, to hustle. To save a little bit of money on a rainy day. Instead, they want to just get all those food stamps. They'll get a job and quit that job 3 months later. Jumping from job to job. Those benefits, man, will fuck you up. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes 7:7 that a gift will destroy the heart. A gift destroys the heart, man. We'll back up what you said. This is Sirach 33, verse 19. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee, while thou livest. So you're not supposed to give no woman power over you, man. You're a man. The Most High gave you a certain quality to us on how to. Shit, we're the head of the woman, man. The woman is beneath. She's only equal to it because she's our wife, man. But men will always rule and be supreme over the woman at any time. Especially in the kingdom. There ain't gonna be no fucking queens in Israel. That goes to woman worship, man. And that's what Esau's about all that, man. He wants y'all worshiping everything else but the Most High. That's why y'all gonna take that chip. It says, give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest, and give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any, including the chip, including the government, man. The scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. This is the only thing that you should be depending on. Hoping it. You're going to get your daily bread, man. Because all the money, when it's all said and done, you know what's going to be valuable out here? It ain't going to be no money. It ain't going to be no sneakers. It ain't going to be no Gucci. You know, scriptures tell you the necessities of men. That's water, bread, milk. You know, those are the things that you need to live, man. Those are things that are going to be highly of high value in those days, man. And right now they're being, you know, you'll buy a loaf of bread, you might not even ever get to it. And 2 weeks later, you look at it, it's all full of mold. When that day happens, you're gonna be like, damn, man, I wish I had a loaf of bread. You know? But what's gonna be more highly valuable than all that shit is this word, man. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Because this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is gonna be your guide, man, to how to shine. And you gotta have the spirit in you, man. You gotta have that spiritual mark.
That's what Yahawah said, man. You know, he said by bread alone men shall not live.
Yeah. But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. You know? Where you at? On Job field?
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
This is Job 20, in verse 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
What's that talking about? That's the ICBM missile. Those missiles are marked for individual people, man. Or it might be more than one, but that one missile is going to take out thousands of bodies, man. But it's marked for you. Alright? And this verse is talking about Esau. Go ahead.
It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
It's coming out of those silos, man, and it shoots up. And it goes across the other side of the world, like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 16. Those arrows reach from one end of the earth to the other. Alright?
I believe it was one of the brothers, you know, when he was talking about that verse, he was like, hey, the Most High may even have it to where Esau kills himself, man. You know, that missile doesn't even go to where it's supposed to. He just kills himself.
It detonates right there. You know, it's like you got those duds and firecrackers. You think there's a dud, you go onto it and just fucking explodes right there while you're approaching. You know? Or it might have a fuse to where it's like a weird ass fuse where it just fucking as soon as you light it up, it just that quick. It's already going to the part where it's going to explode. You know? Go ahead, read that last part again.
This is Job 20:25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Yeah, terrors are going to be upon Esau. All right? He actually think he's gonna perform this this thing that he has, man. The RFID chip, by getting everybody chipped. You know? Go ahead.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blowing shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
And the heaven is revealing his iniquity, man, by way of what? The prophets, the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways. We're the ones that are telling you. We're the true forecast. We're the true news reporters, man. You know? We filter the things through the scriptures, man, through prophecy. Go ahead.
The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath.
Yeah. See? Because part of his increase is getting you people chipped, man. You know? That's going to be the ultimate allegiance, man, to him. That's going to solidify that allegiance. It ain't going to be, well, here, sign this on his paper. You know, he already has your fucking signature. He already knows how you write. He already knows your fingerprints. He knows your biometric, you know, your facial recognition, your eye rate, you know, what your eye is. So now he wants something that is physical to be inside of you to control you, man. Because they know about the scriptures, man. They know that the mark of the beast, the number of a man has to be. He don't have to. The Most High is gonna make him fulfill that. Let me say that. But they know that it's in there, and it's in their heart to perform that. They can't stop it. They can't stop. Why? Because it's in them to do it. So they know that chip is in there, right? It's like almost like self prophecy. You know, they just gotta do it. They know they don't got salvation, so like, know what? Fuck it. They just fucking create a chip to control everybody, have everybody. You know, we know we ain't gonna have. We know we're not gonna be saved. Fuck it. We'll just. I don't know if I'm really Edomite. They're saying I am, so fuck it. It's just creating. You know, but it was all through the Spirit.
Right.
That they designed this device. But that's part of his increase. He's gonna take 2/3 with him, but the 1/3 you can't have, man. Both sides gonna come and fight for you.
Right. Let me read 28 again. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from our power, and the heritage appointed unto him by our power.
That's the heritage of a wicked man, to be destroyed by way of fire. But you can go ahead and go back to Revelations. I just wanted to harp on that a little bit because you got people out here that actually think America's great, man. Or they're gonna try to make America great again. The Most High is not gonna make America great again. Let me read this real quick. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Esau's kingdom, America, is only going to go so high. It's just like going back in the old times, whenever they're building the Tower of Babel. It only reached to a certain point. The Most High stopped that shit. He looked down, he confounded their language. And every person went their own separate way. They couldn't finish building. It's the same thing all over again. Esau's going to go so high, and the Most High is going to stop that shit. That's why I said, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. He can only go so far. The Most High is going to tell him, stop. That's it. You can't go no more. Now I'm taking over. Now I'm going to stop it. You see what I'm saying? So you can't make America great again. Alright? America's not going to come to its perfection. The triumphing of the wicked is short, man. Short as hell. Where you at? Revelations?
Revelation
okay,
13. This is Revelations 13, and I'm going to start at verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Yeah, and he causeth all those to worship the first beast. You know? So, because of what he's able to do. You know, he gives everybody the internet, Wi-Fi, you know, 4G, now it's coming into 5G, cell phones, you know, and they think this man is great. They think this man is really awesome, like a good person, man. But he's not, man. He's full of evil, man. All that Wi-Fi shit, all these cell phones people are getting their fucking face blown off. Titties are getting blown off because they're falling asleep with the cell phone. You know, getting tumors. All kinds of shit, man. Those screens fuck up your eyesight. You know?
Right.
There's nothing but evil, wickedness, man. There ain't nothing good about those things. It's just, we're in a time for Esau, because Esau because going back when he came from the field, and he saw Jacob eating that, you know, making that pottage, You know, he said that he told Jacob, give me some of that red pottage for I'm about to die, basically. And Jacob said, well, what are you going to give me? He said, I'll give you my birthright. So he needed it right then and there. So that goes into Esau. He always wants everything fast. He wants to make everything convenient. You know?
That's right.
So that's spiritual. And that shows you who this man is too. You know? That's the whole purpose of the purpose of the chip is that too. He wants to have all that shit just in one scan, all that shit just pops up. He don't need you to say nothing. All you have to do is go like that and everything pops up. And there's no more lying, ain't none of that shit to him. You know? You can lie to Esau all day. He'd be like, you might even get away with it. But with that chip, you can't get away with it. It's gonna have everything right there.
That's why he pretends to be like the Most High. Yeah. He pretends to know everything you're doing.
It's good to say that he's wiser than Daniel, man. You know? Ezekiel 28. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. What happened to Japan?
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Japan was over there poking at Esau, and Esau had the blessing, man. So he went over there, dropped that bomb, and everybody put their hand over their mouth. Everybody was confounded, man. No one knew what the hell that happened.
That was a miracle, man. It wasn't a miracle in the sense of something good, but it was something that the world had never seen. You know? And that put fear in people, man. In all the world. When Esau dropped that atomic bomb over there in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Fucking destroyed all those motherfucking Ammonites.
Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
Yeah, that's how he deceives them. People are simple. You know? They're simple in things like that, man. They're not spiritual. They don't walk by faith. Go ahead.
By the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword.
Yeah, just make an image to the beast, man. That's that RFID chip. That's that ultimate idol. There ain't gonna be no more idols crafted and designed as a figure, a likeness of an animal or a man. This is a whole new thing, man. This is the scripture saying in the book of Deuteronomy 32 regarding to Israel worshiping gods newly created. So they'll conceive a thought. That's what it will be. That's their new god. How much more Esau? Newly God's created, man. That's a new idol. And it's what? Technology, man. It's his blessing. So the technology is part of Esau's blessing, man. The technology will fuck you up through that radiation. Whatever it is that I don't understand that shit. Whatever's in there that does all that stuff, he has the power to use it against us, man. At a high exposure to that shit can kill you, man.
And did live, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
How does he give it power unto the image of the beast, man? By that technology, through those transmitters. You know? Through the antennas, all that shit that's in there that has power, man. It's energy. You know? That's how you're able to, with your card and all that shit, it has energy in those things, man. And it transmits information one from another, man. So they're bringing this image to life, man. You know? It's like when you build a robot, yeah, you can put metal pieces together that's not really alive. When you start doing certain things, you put energy to it, you can start making the arm move, you know what I'm saying? You do all your wiring right and all that shit, it'll start moving, you know? That's how that chip is, man. That chip is alive. It's a working idol. You know? And these people are stupid, man, because y'all are thinking of like old times. You ain't being reborn in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And applying the scriptures of old with the scriptures and applying them to in our time. You know, you're still thinking, you're still in that stupid mentality, thinking that we gotta see an image of, a statue. No, man. No. Because you can't buy and sell with the statue. And you sure as hell cannot buy and sell with motherfucking philosophies, man. That's the stupidest thing I ever fucking heard in my life. How can you buy with the philosophy? Who's gonna believe you? I can go somewhere and lie all goddamn day, say I'm this and that, and get free food. You know, they're gonna need something to prove that I'm down with them. Oh, well, where's your card at? What's your social security number? And Esau's gonna be like, where's that chip? Scan it. You know what I'm saying? Go on the computer, Bluetooth everybody's gonna pop up. Everybody in there, they're gonna fucking know. They're gonna know you. They know you go into airports and shit like that in certain businesses, and the cameras will just do a biometric, scan on you, and boom, they'll pop up your information on their end of the screen, just by looking at your face. Can't get away from Esau, man. Shows you that enemy of the state too. Enemy of the state with Will Smith when he was running. The satellites were coming in and zooming in on him and finding out where he was, man. You know? Is not Esau the prince of the power of the air? Did he not say that he was going to rest above the stars of heaven? He was going to set his nest above the stars of heaven? He's up in the heavens, man, watching.
The image of the beast should both speak and cause that is made would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
You don't want to bow down to the system and then ultimately prove that allegiance is by what? Saying, give me the chip. You're going to be killed, man. You ain't going to be killed that easy. You're going to be tortured until you're like, all right, give me that chip. You ain't going to make it that easy. Maybe for some. Because he just has this anger for you. He just wants to just get rid of you. For some, a lot, he's going to have pleasure and torture. To test you to see how far you're going to go. But Lord willing, to brothers, the Most High takes the spirit quick, like Yahawah when he was on the cross. He took his spirit, man. He didn't leave him up there to torture, to suffer all until he finally died. The Most High took his spirit when he cried out to his Father, man.
Touching base on possibly being tortured, what did Yahawah say, man? Hey, it's better to enter the kingdom of heaven with missing limbs, man.
Yeah. But in the kingdom, we're going to be with new bodies, man. You ain't going to have nothing missing. But it's just it's like, to encourage you. It's better to have these things missing. But at least you'll be in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
But real quick, let me bring out this one here in 2nd Maccabees. Because Antiochus Epiphanes, he was doing that, but he was doing it through swine. His idol, the ultimate idol, or the ultimate instrument that he was using as an allegiance was swine's flesh. And you had 2nd Maccabees chapter 7, the woman with her 7 sons, man, and he was trying to get them to eat swine's flesh to pledge that allegiance to him, to denounce their faith, and do away with the laws. But they didn't want to. So they all received their judgment from Antiochus Epiphanes. But this is what the mother said. 2nd Maccabees 7:29. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. So we're not to fear this tormentor, because that's exactly what he is. He's going to torment certain individual brothers, man. All right? You're going to be a martyr, but you're not going to take the chip. But he's going to cause certain ones to be killed, as a brother read. You know? All because of that chip. But it's because he knows that he's the devil. He knows that he's Esau. He's going to know that he's Esau at the end of it all. And us brothers are pushing it so heavily, they know. And there's some that are way high up, they know they're Edomites. That's why you got that book, brother. The book now, I don't know how much it is now, but I believe it was like almost in between what, 15 to $1,800. Who was Esau Edom? That book right there, man. I got that book. I got that book when it was like maybe $15 to $20. Last time I looked, it was like at $1,500. A paperback. Who was Esau Edom? And another Edomite exposing them. How can a house stand that is divided against itself? You know what I'm saying? So they know who they are. Maybe not all of them, not the average so-called white man, but it's getting there, man. But the higher ups are the ones that we're mainly worried about. They are the head. Those elites. You know. But you can't be afraid of the tormentor, man. It tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 too. They're gonna try to test your faith, man. They're gonna try you. Matter of fact, we'll bring it out. Go to that one in Thessalonians. You have that one still? What did I say? Thessalonians
chapter 2.
Chapter 2 and verse 17. It says, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. So what does that word prove? They're going to try you, man. They're going to test you. So they want to see if you're really about that life, if you're really true about serving Yahawah, because they know what it means to serve the Lord. The higher ups, they know what it means. You have to be faithful unto death, man. You ain't gonna be backsliding, you ain't gonna be backpedaling, you're gonna go all the way. But they're gonna try you through torture. It says, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. You see? So they want to examine you, man. When they say they want to examine you, it's not just wanting to question you. They want to fuck you up, man. You know? Esau uses certain terms. He tries to water it down to make it sound good on paper. But really, they're doing some grimy shit to you, man. You know? It says, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. What does the scripture say? Possess ye your souls and your patience. Possess ye your souls. Right? I think it's something like that, Luke chapter 21. See, but you got to possess your souls in that patience, meaning that in the time of suffering. Because the word patience goes back to suffering. You got to endure that. It says, let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own sayings he shall be respected. Such things did they imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. You know, they thought it was a game. They may thought that the Lord wouldn't have done anything to them for killing a man of the Lord, man. brother said in the video, he was like, man, the Most High can have the power to have a brother be put to death, but as soon as his body drops, his spirit's gonna go back to heaven, and that quick, he's gonna cause the spirit to come back down and into and come back to life and kill off those Edomites, man. Or he made Cain come down as his angelic, his body. Yeah, they're seeing his dead body, but he's gonna come back that quick, killing him, because he was the elect. You know, Esau don't think that the Most High is really gonna come back, man. He thinks when he looks at it, he thinks it's just a game. This is just silly. All this Bible dumpers, all this some stupid wetbacks, these stupid Mexicans. I hate these fucking spits, man. They need to build that wall. They're out there preaching, talking shit. You know? If they don't like it, they need to go back to Mexico. Or go back to Africa. They think it's a game, man. Not realizing there's brothers out here that are reading this book and preaching and living by it. They're very serious about it, man. Very serious about this word. You know? But that's what it's gonna be like, man. It's not gonna be no easy road. Scriptures say here in the book of Ecclesiastes 13:13, observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril of thy overthrow. When thou hearest these things, awake in thy sleep. Because it's a dangerous place out here, man. The time of Jacob's trouble to be before the RFID chip, before your oppressors, your tormentors, and telling you if you don't take this chip, we're gonna fucking do all this stuff to you. You see all the instruments of death that Esau has. You know? We have to remember the scriptures, man. We have to remember the scriptures of what our forefathers went through. We ain't no better than Yahawah, man. That day is going to come, man. You have to believe that. You have to believe it. You can't just read it as a book. Oh, this is just a story. No, man, this is real. These are living words. This is prophecy. The word prophecy means something before it comes to pass. All right? It's like the word prophet. It means to say before. These are things that are eventually going to come to pass, man. Let every man be a liar, but the word of God true. You have to believe that. It's not just words in a book, man.
Like it says, I believe it was in Revelations, followers of Yahawah must believe that he is.
Yeah, that's in Hebrews 11. Yeah, Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11:6. You know? You gotta have faith, man. You have to believe in the words that are written here, man. They're written for our learning, man. Go ahead and finish that one in Revelations first.
This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Yeah, so he's gonna cause. It don't matter what status you have in this life. He's gonna present it to you, and you have to take it. He's gonna make it mandatory everywhere. Not just here in America either. They're gonna do it everywhere, man. You know? It's gonna be a new world currency, a new way of transactions, of privacy protection. Go ahead.
Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark.
No man that might buy or sell. You may not buy or sell with the philosophy of Christianity. You got a lot of people here that don't care about Christianity. So you're telling me that these wicked atheists, homosexuals, you know, whatever else that's out there that contrary to the Bible, they're gonna get the kingdom because they denounce Christianity? No, man. It's the actual device that gives you the ability to make transactions, man, to buy and sell. And like I said in a video I did a while back, somebody got smart. I forgot. It wasn't on my video, but somebody said, "Well, how can you sell having a chip?" Well, they have all types of accessories. You got accessories for your phone. You got one device, but they have all this shit to perform other things to fully, utilize that phone's ability. So that chip is gonna have accessories, man. It'll have. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I believe. That's the way you're gonna make a transaction, man. You got that NFC. I don't think on the Apple phones that has that ability, but you have that ability like on Samsung's, the Galaxies, where you have the NFC, the near field communication. Where you both activate them, you can drop transactions, you can put the phones together and transfer information, man.
That's right.
It's the same thing with the chip, man. It's gonna have those abilities. You're gonna have certain accessories on how to perform certain things, man. It's not like I'm gonna be a salesman, like somebody that gets a chip. Now everybody's gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna be a salesman. I mean, you got like Facebook. Facebook, you sell all kinds of shit, garage sales and all that. So yeah, you're gonna have. You're gonna make it a way. There's gonna be a way where that prophecy, that part of the prophecy is gonna be performed, man.
Apple Pay, man. You already have that on your phones.
Oh yeah, you got the Apple Pay. But the Apple, I've never used it. I've never even used the NFC on the Galaxy either. The only thing I've done was Bluetooth. How you can Bluetooth two phones and I could transfer it to that by connecting to it. You know what I'm saying?
That Apple, even when people that do sell stuff, they sell it off of their phones. They have that little device that connects to their phones.
Yep. And
they just
swipe
on there, look at that RFID chip. It scans it, gets the money, and it takes it from that card. I mean, thinking of that, years before, that would have been impossible to do.
Yeah. It's spiritual too, man. That's another thing is that that technology, it's physical, but it's also spiritual in a sense because it has all those transmitted, all that energy in it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's still a physical, tangible device that you're being injected with. But at the same time, it is spiritual. It's just like with the phones, how we're able to draw all the information just from a phone that is connected to some service that's around us. You know what I'm saying? From these antennas or whatever you call these goddamn things. These what do they call them? These goddamn towers? Yeah, towers. You know what I'm saying?